Hello students, I am Kamaljeet Kaur, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Patna Women's College. Today's topic of discussion is, what is human resource development, how education plays a contributive role in developing this human resource, and how it ultimately reflects in the economic development of the nation. The most important requisite for developing the human resource are proper education and skill training. Providing better education, providing proper skills to the manpower increases their efficiency and they become efficient and productive enough. And this productivity, this increase in the efficiency is ultimately reflected in the increase in the national output, which ultimately leads to the economic development of the nation. The process of economic development and the process of human resource development are interlinked. We all know that the resources are scarce and the needs are unlimited, the wants are unlimited. If we have efficient and skilled manpower, then they also ensure that the resources are put to the best possible use and even the wastage of resources are minimized. So in this way we can state that even the welfare of the nation increases. Now, what role does education play in developing the human resource? So it contributes by promoting the economic growth, because by providing the skills to the manpower, it makes them productive, the labor force become productive, and they are able to give better results than earlier. As the efficiency, as the productivity enhances, so there are ample employment opportunities available for them. They can take up the jobs depending on their educational qualification, depending on their skills, and even they can fulfill their job very efficiently and in the best possible manner. It increases the skill, the basic skills required for working in particular working environment. It also aims at reducing the income inequalities, because the jobs are available, people are also available, those who can take up those jobs. This gives the equal and fair opportunity to all to get employed, and this employment opportunity gives them the basic source of income. By earning this income, they can uplift their standard of living. It also works by making the rural areas of our nation empowered and developed. We all know that people living in the rural areas, they have some beliefs, even sometimes there is some ignorance which is witnessed. So this education also helps them to overcome their ignorance. Also, at the same time, new agricultural techniques are made familiar to them. People become aware of those agricultural techniques, and they can adopt those modern techniques, which ultimately will lead to the increased agricultural output. Education or educated society is more enabled to take well family planning decisions, and at the same time the role of on-the-job training, that is also very significant. Even if people, those who are already employed, they also need proper upgradation sessions, that how this technological advancement should be assimilated in their working style, in their working culture, and how they can accommodate to those changes. So timely renewal of the skill set will help them with this. Now let's have a look on the data, what says that what kind of relation is there between education and human resource. So recognizing the importance of education, public expenditure on education was increased during the 11th plan from 3.3% of GDP in 2004-05 to over 4% of GDP in 2011-12. But about 45% of public expenditure on education was incurred on elementary education, 25% on secondary, and balance 32% on higher education. Here are a few of the education policies in India. National Policy on Education, Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, Elementary and Secondary Education Schemes. Under this, there are various schemes which have been launched by government to promote the education in our nation. First is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, National Program of Midday Meals in Schools, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, National Program for Education of Girls at Elementary Level. There are few problems which have been witnessed in our Indian education system. First is regional disparities. It has been noticed that it's not that the benefit of education is equally distributed across all the states of the nation. There are wide disparities which are being witnessed. large number of illiterate people are still there, even if the government has taken many initiatives, even the government has launched many programs, but still there are large number of illiterate people in our nation. Percentage of failure or dropout is very high. The quality of Indian education is poor. Few of the suggestions which can be taken up to overcome these problems, to overcome these shortcomings are: it can be focused that more importance is given to the vocational education, because vocational education provides the student the know-how that how the jobs, that education that they are getting, that can be directly used, or that can be directly taken up, that can be directly implemented in the work, in whichever work they are employed. Second is bringing the reforms in the higher education, introducing technical education, and definitely the standard of education needs to be raised, and also to investigate what are the issues or what are the causes that is leading to such large dropouts. So these are the few suggestions which can be taken up, and definitely in near future the situation or these problems, these hurdles, these obstacles, the government will be working, the society will be working together, and these overcomes and these hurdles can be overcome.